this room is room for improvement? Is that a line?
Nice.
I had never heard that.
Thanks for telling me that one.
That was a good one.
Write that one down.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it's a Wilcoxism.
Is it? That's good.
What do you guys need to do to improve as an offense? The yards per, your yards every game have gone down. Points have gone down. You guys seem to kind of be in the nadir. What do you have to do to kind of pick yourselves up?
It just goes back to details. Early on in the season, we're coming out of fall camp, and a lot of the things were details there, detail-oriented. Now we're kind of, we're getting into, some of us may be getting into a routine, going to school, midterm, stuff like that. But we got to, put school stuff to school stuff, personal stuff. When we come to football, it's football time. So involving the offense and particularly just going back to details, focusing on the fundamentals, and I think we got a good jump on that today.
Being a fullback in the run game, that's taken a few steps back here lately. What do you guys see on tape that maybe you aren't getting done or things aren't happening in the run game? If you can find a through line through all of it.
Yeah, I think it's like Coach Wilcox was telling us, in football, 10 guys isn't going to get it done. In baseball, 10 guys, you could win a championship. So I think it goes down to just winning those one-on-one battles. You're not going to win every one-on-one battle, but, trying to be consistent with it and, fighting to be consistent, is the most important part. So I think it goes back to just one-on-one battles and being able to communicate out there. And it's going back to the fundamentals. And, our fundamentals, we know how to do it, so we just got to get back to it.
Coach said after Saturday's game that he thought he'd learned the most about you guys in the next 48 hours. What do you think you've shown him in the last 2 days?
Yeah, I think, we showed him that we care. We'll fight, but it just goes back to the details, and it stings, like he says, and we want to get back to winning. The winning's fun, we come out here, we practice hard all the time, so we got to just translate our hard workouts and hard practices to Saturday afternoons.
He mentioned that personnel across the board was open for changes. Do you feel like you guys need to make personnel changes, or is there something else that you guys need to do to get this back on the right track?
Yeah, personnel changes is one of the things that needs to happen. Then the coaches, they're in charge of that. We're all going to keep competing, and I've told reporters this earlier in fall camp and whatnot, that it's good to have that kind of competition all around. And if the second string guy or the third string guy is going to be the one at the moment who's got it going on right now, then if the coaches think that's the guy to go with, we're going to keep rolling with that. So whoever's in, we all trust each other, and if personal change is the thing that needs to happen, then everyone's ready to go.
Duran said after the game that you guys were going to have some sort of team meetings. I guess it's kind of tough to get 110 guys into one meeting, but
yeah.
Have you guys had groups of guys sort of sit together and, hey, listen, what do we need to do?
I think personnel group-wise, yes. Before and after those meetings yesterday,
like just players only.
Yeah, players only, in the sense just talk with each other, and we all know we all have the same goal in mind. That's to win every Saturday. This week Friday, but we just need to get back to doing us and us in those first 3 weeks. So, and in terms of the tight ends, we talked, and we had our little conversation. How we need to be better and help the team win.
In terms of just blocking, in terms of catching, in terms of just...
Yeah, and all aspects of the game, too. Special teams is a big thing, too. So, especially in the tight end room, a lot of us are on the special teams. So, just keep focus on that, and Coach Regal being our special teams coach. We understand every day in and day out that it's an important task.
So, did you guys sit together in the locker room, or just stay while the coach
yesterday, prior to his meeting in the locker room, yeah, so right before, because we met yesterday.
You mentioned the 3-0 start. You guys got off to such a good start. How have you guys held up the mood, the atmosphere around here during this last little 3-game skid?
Yeah, it sucks to lose. We're still, it's football. We're glad to be in the position we are right now, especially, see all that nasty stuff going on in our world. We're glad and we're lucky to be out here playing football. That's easy compared to what's going on. So I think we still love being out here. I don't think we've toned down a bit. It's just, where our priorities at. Prioritize winning and prioritize doing the right things to, continue to be successful.
Right or wrong, the quarterback gets blame and praise for good and bad. What do you guys as an offense around Ross need to do to help him get back to where he was early on in the season?
Yeah, just like I was saying earlier, we just got to win those one-on-one battles, whether it's up front on the line, me in the backfield, the running back coming out of the backfield blocking and running routes, and then to the receivers too, if they need to, I don't know too much about their situation, but if you could get open, then it's going to be easier on the quarterback. So it just goes back to winning those one-on-one battles and just making it easier for him and everyone else around us.
You mentioned the Friday game this week. What does that do for you guys other than speed it up a day? What does that change for you guys as you prepare?
Nothing much. The schedule changes, but football time is football time, and I mean, we just get to play another game a day earlier. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.